Welcome to Woodshop 101. This is episode 95 for August 21st, 2017. On today's show, we're going to talk about clientele. I'm Jeremy Crawford of the Countryside Workshop, and I'm joined today by my co-hosts Sam Wooddell, Sam Ryan Designs, and Drew Short of Rockin' H Woodshop, and our special guests, Lizzy and Ashley of Sawdust Junkies. How's it going?
Good. What's up, guys?
Glad that we finally can record with you.
I know.
So exciting.
This is fun.
We wanted to thank our patrons, Michael, Brindle, Devin, Richter, Sean McHenry, and Derik, Ledesma. If I said that wrong, I apologize ahead of time because I'm really bad at sounding stuff out if you guys have listened to the podcast in the past. Also, if you would like to support the show, you can head over to the woodshop101podcast.com/listen. Find the show notes for today's episode, and there will be a link for small one-time donations and reoccurring donations. If you want to become a patron to our Patreon campaign, then head over to patreon.com/woodshop101. You can buy Woodshop 101 podcast t-shirt, which are super awesome. You can buy them at countrysideworkshop.com/shop. Go get one.
Yeah,
now.
Now, right now. Order it. Seriously.
I love shop shirts. I'm like the queen of shop shirts.
We also want to give a shout out to Neil Sims for giving us a donation over at PayPal. So you can support us over there on Patreon or PayPal. So
Thanks, Neil.
yeah, it's what makes our job a little bit easier because we don't have to worry about keeping the lights on. So, all right,
Guys,
well,
it's cash, credit, PayPal.
yeah, we
cash.
take anything. Just not a bounced check.
Mail me some money.
Yeah.
You need my information.
Definitely take cash. I deal in cash.
I like it.
So all
I
right, well,
always tell people if my check bounces, you just let me know and I'll write you a new one.
And I'm like, I got full of them.
I will write a check to cover that check. I will float you some money.
Well, I'm all too familiar with the floaters, and floaters are just never a good thing.
No.
Floaters will eventually get you. They will catch up to you.
Any aspect, floaters aren't good. Porn, floaters just aren't good.
All right. Well, what's going on in y'all's shop? Since you're the guests, you can go first.
Okay. Ashley, you kick it off.
I've got some Farmhouse signs. I've got signs in a Florida store in Brooksville, Florida. And that's about $30 a bundle, probably every time she orders, probably what, 30-ish go.
So Ashley supplies her signs wholesale to the store. So
That's a constant order. And then we have some Etsy sales coming through.
our Etsy
family
is
and friends.
huge. It doesn't get a lot of traffic,
No.
but Ashley keeps up with her Etsy.
I've got family and friends constantly ordering things. I'm doing a dresser. Redoing a dresser right now for one of my friends who just had a baby, and it's going to go in his nursery, Everett's little nursery. So that's
I saw it. It's super cute. I like how you did the gray and the navy blue.
Yeah,
it looks really good.
I personally wouldn't have chosen that, that's thought about that, but that's what they chose. I'm like, okay, and it's actually coming together. It really is.
Yeah.
We're gonna her dad or his dad. It's a boy. His dad is a pilot. So they're doing airplane themed nursery. So it actually is going to go really cute. They're going to do like airplane knobs. It's going to look really cute.
Super cute. Very cute.
Logos on logos on logos on logos. But,
And more logos.
and then
Mine included. Yay! Sorry to make you do more logos.
might have the sneakers forward a little bit. I don't know. Just because she's cute. And
Push it to the front.
Yeah, exactly. She only took
Not
about
who it's what's
she took about a month and a half sending it. So hopefully I can get it done soon.
I know. As I started my email, I'm getting things checked off my to-do list that I haven't done in like forever.
It's like our sticker swap list. We haven't done that in like 3 months.
It's long.
It's bad. And then I've got an order I got a kitchen table coming up, a church pew, and a couple of those, I don't know if they're like side tables or nightstands. One person's going to use it for nightstands. Another person's going to use it for a side table. On my little X tables that I make. So
Very cool.
that's about it.
Sounded busy.
But
Yeah,
That's what-
very busy. Lots of stuff going on, which is good.
So,
Yeah.
what about you, Sam? What do you have going on?
The table is finished. My client is just finished. But wait, hold up. My client has taken. I had the week off, all week. I was in the shop all week, and she took a week to pick the stain, and she still hasn't picked the stain. So that poor table is sitting in the basement, not stained. I've been wanting to stain it all week and just pick her the color for her, but
It's hard.
I didn't. So I moved on to new projects. I have a big 52-inch wide barn door. It's huge. A headboard, and then I have a big sideboard hutch coming up too. But I also did a fire pit cover and an American flag, which was really cool. So yeah, hopefully the table will be stained tomorrow. And I'm making 2 hutches tomorrow for my cousin and her roommate that are going to college. So I'll have 2 helpers in the shop. They're going to help build. So we'll see how that goes.
You just like had interns. What did she just say?
No, she's
My
got
cousin.
Helpers. We need
Helpers.
interns.
I know. I was like, I'll hire you guys. I'll take you to get your nails done. They're like, just graduated. They're going to don't want to stay and help me.
Yeah.
You can live with me. It'd be great.
No,
They were like, no, we're out.
I just need to have cousins like you have.
Oh my gosh, I have so many.
I need them to come over. Sometimes the neighbor kids come over and they think the funnest thing is using the shop vac. So they come over. That's so cool. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's super cool.
Go vacuum out the
You see
car.
that pile? Isn't that pile going to be so fun too?
Watch, go vacuum. It will disappear. It's magic. Yeah.
And they do. And
I know.
love
It's great. I know. It's funny because half of my cousins, I really don't mind them coming in the shop, but there's one in particular that I sent Jeremy and Drew along like really mad text message as he like picks things up and like hammers the crap out of like just hits it. I'm like, oh my God, you're driving me crazy. Get out of the shop. You gotta go.
That's the
Get
cousin.
out.
When I was little, I would lock when we'd have family get-togethers, I would lock my door so they couldn't get in my bedroom because they would crash.
Yep. There's always one.
There's always one, and he's the one. And my grandma like has a heart attack every time he's over because he's like doing flips and stuff. So yeah, he's the one. He's the one.
You need to make a really distressed flag and that be his project. Then he can hammer out of it and
He
it's
can do whatever he wants to it. Yeah.
Jeremy, now you know what to do when we go to Sam's shop. How to tick her off.
Oh yeah, that will really tick me off too. Like real bad. I was like, you need to go. Like, you're being annoying. He's only 11. I'm like, get out of here.
I'll be like, what do you mean? You don't want this distressed? Whack! Is that what you needed that stain for that you want us to go hunt down for you?
Oh my gosh, if any woodworker out there can find me Minwax or Varlethane ash stain, I will
Have you
be
tried hot
so
glue?
happy. No.
Ash.
I can't find it anywhere.
Fire
It
smoke, and
It
was
used
that
to be here, and it's gone. I've tried everywhere. I've tried everywhere except for Hobby Lobby. All of my Home Depots, Lowe's, everywhere. Nothing. So if anyone can find it, I'd be very happy. A very happy girl.
I'll be driving up to Home Depot tomorrow. So
Oh my gosh. If you find it, send it to me, and I'll PayPal you the money.
how much do you need? Just one
Just
quart?
1 quart.
Okay.
Maybe 2. Actually, you should buy me 2. You should buy me 2 and send me 2 in case I run out. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
there you go.
charge her interest.
Google.
Yeah, because I'm gonna.
I know they have them on Amazon, but it like said it wouldn't ship for like 2 months. I was like, I need to stain the table like in like a week.
Yeah.
I'm like, ugh.
Well, here's the thing: is I pass a Home Depot every single day, but I told Drew I would never. I vouched I will never go to this Home Depot again because of the horrible customer service I received there. Like 2 months ago when I bought that mower, Drew? Is that I was just horrible customer service. I said I'll never go back to that one. So the next one up is just like north of me, and I got to drive like 30 to 40 minutes to get up there. So
It says you can
does Lowe's
ship
carry
at
it?
Home Depot for free. You can ship.
No.
They don't carry it at
Lowe's, Varlethane is only a Home Depot. But supposedly there is an ash Minwax, but I've never seen it. But Varlethane is exclusive, I guess, and maybe it is the Home Depot brand. I don't know.
I think
doesn't Rust-Oleum own Varlethane?
I thought they were
Maybe.
the same.
I think they are. I don't know.
I'll go over by Lowe's too, because that's literally like 2 minutes from the house.
Yeah, and you can order it. You can ship it too. Yes, I saw that. But the people were like, "Oh, it's going to take a couple of weeks." I need Jeremy or someone to find it and overnight it to me. I will pay you the extra. Seriously, I need to get this table done.
I don't know. We might pull a Sam and take forever to send it to you, like you did your logo to the girls there.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. Hang on. They got their logo. You got your sticker. Where's mine, Sam?
It's still sitting in my bag. Oh, I'm so bad. Because I forgot to put extra ones in. And when you were like, "Oh, did you send me extras?" I was like, "Sure did." And as I'm stuffing extras in the thing, "Sure, yeah. Mm-hmm, yeah, I remembered."
I'm literally 2 months behind in sending out Patreon stickers, waiting on yours.
Okay, well, all you amazing patrons, I'll be sending it tomorrow. I got new stamps, so it's
Do I need to send you extras, Jeremy?
Well, you sent me 3, so I'm gonna have to give up mine. So yes, I need one.
Oh, well, I got plenty. I've got 1,000, so I'll send you some.
Yeah, I have to send out four. So, all right, Drew. What do you got going on?
Well, it's not in the shop, oddly enough. It's in the house. I am in the middle of putting down new flooring throughout the entire house, minus the 2 bathrooms.
Didn't you start this 2 weeks ago? Come on.
2 weeks ago? Try more like 5 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I saw on Instagram. That was hilarious.
Yeah, so it's been 5 episodes of Game of Thrones I haven't been able to see yet, so I know it's been 5 weeks.
That's how you keep track.
It's not just the floor, though, right? You started the floor, and then you're like, "Oh, we got to paint a room," right?
Yeah, it turned out I was ripping the carpet up, and we were kind of taking damage of what the concrete looked like underneath. And we realized that there were several places in my daughter's room that needed repaired, and in the kitchen. I can actually show you the kitchen. This is awful. Oh, let me see. I don't know if you can see that crack.
Oh my gosh. That's a big crack.
Yeah, and it actually dips down about, I don't know, probably 1/8 inch, maybe 3/16 of an inch. So I've actually got to fill this little area in with some more concrete. I had to do the same thing in my daughter's. I had to start it at the crack and basically feather it into her closet to kind of make that transition not so all of a sudden. Mm-hmm. So I took care of that. I've got to do a little bit more in the hallway as far as concrete. The tile in the entry hall must have been put down with concrete. I know it was thin set, but God, it came up like concrete. And I still have to grind away the thin set in that entry hall before I can put anything down. I took all the tile up in the kitchen. So my kitchen is now an unusable, dusty mess right now.
How have you guys been living for 5 weeks?
Microwave.
Not even that. We eat out a lot.
Same. Sessions.
Yeah. So that's been my story as of late. We finished Hannah's room, top to bottom. It's ready. We put in baseboards, caulked everything. She's already got crown molding, so we didn't need to worry about that. And we started into the hallway because we're trying to do a seamless look, so we're not putting any thresholds in whatsoever. So we have to start at one corner of the house and go all the way back to the adjacent corner, or opposite corner, I should say, at the other end of the house to make sure that we keep it all seamless. So we went into the hallway, and then across the hall, we started going into the guest room. And that's what I'm working on this weekend is the guest room, and maybe see if I can get the hallway done. I don't know. It's a lot to do.
Yeah, and I saw that you were pretty upset with the one section you had to do in the guest room where the boards were like this little. You were like so mad. It took forever.
I was mad.
Oh.
I was mad mainly because not only did I have to waste more than half of a board for like 3 of them, but I had to cut around the door frames, and then what else was it? Oh, my dog. Okay. This morning I walked into my wife walked into the guest room that is just padded. It's vapor barrier padded and 2 rows of boards. That's it. My dog has taken it upon himself to make that his personal crap area. And there was 2 puddles of pee, and my dog likes to walk when he craps. So there's like, pellet, all over the place.
Gingerbread trail.
Yes. So I was a little mad about that. My wife sent me a picture. I was like, God, I'm going to strangle the dog. So, yeah, that's been my life for 5 weeks. 5 weeks.
How much longer do you think until it's done?
Well, I plan on taking 2 weeks off in September, hopefully, if not October. I'd really like to do it in September, where I'm just going to do nothing but work on the house and try and get it done. So if I can get 2 weeks solid of work in the house done, I don't know, it may be the end of September by the time it's finished.
Like 2 weeks off from work, or just 2 weeks off from the shop?
From work.
Okay.
My shop, I've been out of the shop for 5 weeks now, so I haven't even been able to do anything.
That's sad.
Same.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that. Literally.
I'm off for a week. So when I left work today, well, I say that I go.
My week is ending.
I'll work half a day on Wednesday, and maybe a half a day, if not more, on Thursday, because I just got to get ready to pick up new students next Monday, or a week from Monday. But no, I mean, South Carolina's supposed to be this crazy. We're expecting something like 300,000 people coming into the state on Sunday for the eclipse on Monday.
Oh, Nashville's crazy.
Yeah, because you have the best.
Yeah, we're in the direct
view
path.
of it. Yeah.
In fact, my house is almost dead set right in the middle, so I'm gonna get the full 2.5 minutes of complete darkness.
Nice.
So,
That's what we're getting to.
yeah, so it's gonna be cool, but yeah, I definitely took off Monday for that because I'm not trying to fight the traffic. The last number I saw published was 12,000 hotel rooms in the city of Columbia, and all 12,000 are booked. So I can only imagine that Charleston, Somerville, all our surrounding areas are booked. So it will be daddy daycare for me because I'm not even taking my kids to daycare that day. I'm not getting out of the house. So
nice.
There's 30 signs on the highway here for how bad Nashville's going to be during the eclipse. We're
we got those signs. It's going to be insane. Me, I'm still working on the benches for the dining room table. I've kind of been out of. I really haven't gotten the shop much this week. It's been 105 plus with humidity, and it's crazy. So I've been stepping out of the shop this week. In fact, I've actually been toying around. I've made some envelopes. Believe it or not, I actually made envelopes. So So listen to me out.
You know you can buy those.
Yes.
I know.
So
it will save you a lot of trouble.
No, you're right.
Instead of making them.
So I've been sending all my stickers and everything through with just white envelopes. And the deal is I just grab them wherever. I'm at the supermarket. Oh, hey, I need some more envelopes. I just grab them. To me, it's not really personalization of brand. I stamp them. So I have a stamp right here on my desk, and I stamp the envelopes. But to me, it's not personalization. It doesn't feel like I'm not proud to send that out.
We do stationery on ours.
What's that?
We do stationery, with our logo.
So
we all
I write all over mine. Happy Meal. Love Sam Ryan Design.
I wouldn't know.
It's me.
It's me.
I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know.
Well, you'll soon find out. because your name is written all over. And Drew, I wrote him a cute little note. Do you guys have stickers?
Us?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. Yeah,
What?
No.
We have stickers, but we are terrible.
Like
We're
the worst.
We're worse. I feel like I keep my dog's humping my leg, but no, we keep a list going of people that we need to swap with, and sometimes it gets so bad because if I know it's a sticker swap, I have this thing. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna tell myself like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get that done. Ashley and I are gonna do this our Sawdust Junkie Saturday.
We try. We try.
Then it doesn't happen, and I've been hoarding these stickers that we're gonna open together on Saturday until finally people message and they're like, hey, did you ever get my sticker from like 3 months ago? I'm like, oh yeah, it's in a pile. Terrible.
I want to sticker swap with you guys.
Okay. Oh girl, I'm gonna put you on the list. Let me do that right now.
But yeah, put me on the list. Move me to the top.
3 months
though.
later?
Move me to the top again. Move me to the top. I'll move you to the top.
How about
Like
they
they do in
just
comment.
how about they just put the sticker in with the sign that they sent you,
That's what we're probably gonna do.
and
That's what I'm gonna.
and then you just respond with the sticker
But it's
once you
your
get it.
fault that you don't get it until whenever.
Yes, perfect. I'll send you guys a bunch of stickers.
Okay.
So,
Quit Lear.
but no, so I've been making
before I
these
send them to
envelopes.
Jeremy.
Exactly. Probably. So Patreon listeners, if you don't get a sticker pack, it's because Sam hasn't sent us stickers.
No, I'm sending them tomorrow. I was just joking.
My
All right.
problem is what Jeremy's saying. I want it to be personalized, and I want to like sit down and write a note and tell them what I like about their work. And you know, people are so supportive and they're so awesome. You can't just blow past them and put.
I know.
Or just stick your sticker in an envelope. That's so
No.
boring.
I hate that. I write a cute little note. Drew, did you save yours? And I like
My
write
note?
your shop
I do have your
name
note.
and cute little font. Oh,
I
thanks.
do have your note.
Yeah.
So you guys will get one too.
So that's
Super
what
cute.
I do. So I take just like a 3x5 card. I stamp my logo on the back, and I write a personalized note to everybody.
Yes.
But then I use like just regular plain envelopes, and my wife has finally sees the pile of stickers on my desk, so she starts helping me address them.
Yeah.
But it's not personalization, and in fact, this last set of envelopes I got aren't even big enough to fit. Like I thought they say regular like 8x8 A4 envelopes or whatever on them, but they're not actually. They're the actual like A4 size, so I can't fit the 4-inch square stickers in there. So they're kind of pointless.
Oh, you have big stickers.
Well, yeah, we do for the podcast. We have like Patreon only supporter stickers. Let's see if I can get one in here. So we have.
I was looking to see. So, one of them, John from the John Shop on Instagram, he had one of the coolest stickers because he sent his with wood shavings. And I mean, I know it's like, oh, wood shavings, how cool is that? But then he tells you the story about the wood shavings. And the wood shavings are from 100-year-old cedar from a house close to him in New Jersey. And it was his father-in-law that bought the lumber when he was in his 30s and never used it. So John has had this for how many years that his father-in-law bought when he was 30 years old. And so in his sticker swaps, he sends you a slice of that cedar. That's cool.
That's really cool.
It's super sentimental and super sweet. And I'm over here.
And personal.
Yeah, and personal. So I'm like, okay, guys, just make us all look bad. We're here 3 months out, and you're giving us your father-in-law's sentimental shavings with a sticker hand delivered to my door.
Here's some dog hair.
Like, here's some dog hair. I was like, I can't. How do we talk that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, so that's exactly
Some
how I
dog
feel.
hair.
Like, I feel like as soon as I send out like 20 or 30 stickers, I got another pile on my desk already waiting to go. And I just, I hadn't been happy. I ordered like some craft envelopes made out of craft paper. I'm going to try to, so I'm testing two different things. I'm going to try to design something and then print them off to see if I can, figure out something that I like. But then I just like took my wife's scrapbooking paper, glad she's in bed, while she was out of town last week. And I just made like a regular envelope. So, like,
Ooh, that's so pretty.
yeah.
I was gonna say so
It
cute.
is, but see, look, I just just started playing with it, and I made it to where it just folds up, and you can glue down the sides and glue the top down. And I don't. It's cool and I like it, but like you said, it does. Like it took like 2 or 3 minutes to make the envelope, and to do that on a constant basis is very time consuming.
You need a couple of Sam's cousins to come over and help you.
Yeah, I'll send them your way.
Not the one that likes to beat everything up.
Yeah.
Somebody
Oh, you can have him.
No. So other than that, I've been working on like.
Renee nailed it. Building design sent her sticker with chopped up
confetti,
Post-it note confetti, which was super.
That's cute. I like that too.
It was cute. It was cute. It's still a little bit on my floor, but it's cute. It's super cute.
Thanks, Renee.
So the only other thing I've been working on cutting board design. Have you started on yours, Sam?
Mine's done.
No, it's not.
I swear, cross my heart, hope to die, stick a needle in my eye, it's done.
Then why haven't we seen a picture of it?
Because you're not going to see a picture. Not yet. I'll send you one tomorrow. But it's done. Just know it's done.
What about
I feel like
yours?
I'm on an episode of Pee-wee's Playhouse.
It's done. Yep, it's done.
What about yours?
I know you are, but what am I?
What about yours, Drew?
Stick a needle in my eye, it rhymed.
I'm guessing you haven't started.
No, I haven't started because I've been out of the shop for so long, and I gotta
my
try and get
gosh.
it done before the end of the month.
I'm the only one done, and I actually made 2 because I didn't want to part ways with one. So
Yeah.
I
Did
took
you
yours
film
like-
it, or did you just do it?
I just did it, but I have
That's
to
the
stand the one tomorrow, so I'll film that one.
Now, I'll have to make probably just both of mine at the same time. There will be no test board, and then I'll have to film it all at the same time. So
That's-
yeah,
And my mom and grandpa are like secretively hiding out their cutting boards. I'm not allowed to see them. They won't let me see them. They won't let me know the design. All I know is my grandpa's has a curve in it, so he's doing bent something.
Yeah. No, it's
He's
not. Yeah. Mine's.
He's keeping your project so he can like just one up it a little bit. Gramps.
I know. Gramps knows how to.
He knows how to work it.
He knows what's up. He's been playing a lot longer than we have.
Oh yes, he has. That's so funny.
Yeah. So I'm in the same boat as Drew.
I'll say, let me give you a little piece of advice. You should totally do yours like this. And meanwhile, he's like,
He's back
yeah.
there
Make
redesigning.
a decoy board.
Oh,
And
look,
one up it.
Here's the one I did. Not.
Yeah.
what happened to you though?
So,
Tell you.
I ordered a bunch. So in fact, I ordered bamboo. It is yet to get here. So the tracking number says it's supposed to be here on the 21st. So hopefully it actually gets here because, like Drew said, I'm gonna have to end up building both of them at the same time.
Yeah.
And at this point, I'm not gonna have time. If it messes up, I'm not gonna have time to order more bamboo and get it here.
Well,
But-
looky, what co-host is on top of her things? Obviously not you guys.
Except the sticker.
Yeah. Or
Well,
the
the sticker
week
can slide.
or the week later, sending money for markers.
Oh my gosh.
Drew said,
I know we're going way off topic right now, but that was not a week later. And Drew, we were all texting, and Drew sent it the day before me. The day, the day, not a week, one day.
We weren't texting. We were actually talking on Skype, and I did it then.
Oh, you're right. Okay, it was a week.
Ah.
Yep.
You want to get in on a cool project with me and Jeremy? Yeah, I would love to. What is it? Send me $50, you idiot.
It's going to be a very expensive project.
You know what? But going through that process with him is pretty awesome, and we're gonna leave it at that because I want people to want to guess what it is. But it's
Yep, it's pretty cool.
We're in suspense. We're
well,
anticipating.
we'll tell you after we're done recording.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Inside.
you can be on the inside information.
All right.
All
On the
right.
low. I like it. Get out of here.
Don't worry, it'll be decoyed information.
Oh, pull it. pullagramps. That's gonna be my new hashtag.
Yeah, pullagramps.
All right. Well, let's get into the topic real quick. Let's see. We had actually, this is something I wanted to bring up because I've been working as an X-ray technologist and supervisor for the past, going on 9 years now. And I've always wanted to have a business of my own. And that's why I started my YouTube channel and everything else. And I know that YouTube's not going to quite do the job that I want. But I also did, craft shows and things like that, trying to make a living at woodworking. And I had done custom work for people, but it was kind of like few and far between orders. So I know that there are people in that kind of boat and want to know, especially if they want to make a living or try to make extra cash doing woodworking. The topic that we're going to discuss is how do you find clients or position yourself for clients to find you. I know that Sam and her grandfather have been doing custom orders for a lot of people, and you ladies at Sawdust Junkies are also doing the same thing. So what, and I guess we'll start with y'all since you're the guest, of course, and I'm sure you got some info to disclose, but how would you approach this particular topic? What kind of tips or secrets would you like to share?
I don't know. I don't know. I just think, okay, the typical thing that everybody says is everyone has a niche, You can't always...
Or niche, I say niche.
Niche, whatever it's called.
Niche.
Potato.
That's me. I mispronounce them all the time.
Popular.
Everyone has that, and I think once you find that, that's what takes off. What's so crazy about the people that I see shipping order after order after order is they have one, bread and butter item. And I think once you find that and make yourself, if you're going to sell to be successful, if you're in it for a hobby, you can try to make a million different things and be really good at it. If your goal is making money, for me, I had to get really good at one thing and make that one thing my absolute skill, and the other things be a hobby. If that makes any sense. You can't really have your hands in 50 different projects when you're wanting to sell to make money. So for me, selling to make money, I had to hone in on the scroll saw skill, because then you get into a little different avenue. That's artwork, so you can price it a little differently. And that's really been paying the bills for me. I do this full time, and I do make more money now than I did sitting at my desk job that I was educated for. So I think it's just finding a niche and being really successful at what your market is going to be, because then people know what they're shopping you for. At first, when we started, we didn't know what we were going to do. So people really would ask a ton of, hey, will you refinish this for us? Can you build me this?
So we started with we really started with furniture, building and refinishing, and we rarely do that anymore. It's crazy. I was telling Lizzy that the other day. It's crazy that we started with furniture and we don't really do that anymore. We do it here and there, but not all the time.
And even I think when it comes to furniture items, it's been one solid piece that I've sold multiple of. It's my church pew. I came up with that design and I've sold multiple of that. So I think if people can come to you and they know what they're shopping you for, if you make yourself shoppable for a unique item, people are going to come to you for that. And then the extras that you can do that you can sneak in are totally a bonus. But I think you have to make yourself a shoppable brand. People know what they're getting when they come to you. I think that's what worked for us. Just like Sam, people know they're going to get your stuff has a look. So they know to come to you for that look and those skills.
Yes. And I'm with you guys because I went to school for interior design. And, with the economy and everything, people weren't redoing their houses. They didn't need to pay an interior designer to come in and redo their kitchen or redo this and that no one was doing that. So when I started woodworking with my grandpa, I really didn't know what I wanted to do. I liked making little signs and I liked doing this and I liked doing that. So I set up an Etsy. Well, I haven't done anything on my Etsy since then because I have I'm all word of mouth right now just because I don't do this full time. But if I were to do it full time, obviously I would market myself more. But once you get in with, I live in Northern Virginia, so it's right outside of DC. So if you live in a highly populated area or not, go out and talk to people that own small boutiques, small little stores that are looking for something unique, because most of the time the clients coming into those stores are looking for something unique. And that's how I get a lot of my clients. I work with a girl who owns a boutique in Falls Church. I also work with another girl, and they hand out my information. So then they come to me. A lot of family and friends come to me as well, but the random people, I guess, that I've met came from small boutiques that I just, I went by, talked to them. We've made a great relationship. The signs and stuff, I was making signs and like little decor items for her when I started, and then now it's picked up and taken off with furniture. So if you want to get it out there, definitely go and talk to boutique stores and all of that. And your neighbors, actually, go talk to your neighbors. It's funny because where I work, I make a ton of friends, and then that's how I got a lot of my jobs as well. So don't be afraid to go talk to people. Put your cards up at Starbucks, all of that, because people are standing there waiting, and there's a board right there. So go ahead and put up one of your business cards, or make a cute little flyer that, will attract someone to look at it, and then have your business cards right next to it. So, yeah, that's how I get them.
I highly suggest, one of the first things when I moved here and was like, I want to do woodworking. My boyfriend's chasing his dreams of music all around the world, and I'm here and I can't really have a 9-to-5 or I would never see him. So I'm like, well, what am I going to do? He's like, babe, you've always liked woodworking. Just go for it. So then what I did is I was shopping at places that I could picture myself selling at. Mm-hmm. So when I was shopping those places, I could look around and be like, okay, I could see my stuff in here, and then talk to the owner. Which is what you said. You have to market yourself.
And start small.
Exactly.
Start small.
Yeah. And so shopping at those places, you build a relationship, and then talk to this person. And I just threw it out there. I said, hey, we make some stuff. Are you interested? And at first, when you're like, I got to go full time, I need the full cut, I need to make all the money, I would rather sell 5 items and give a store a 30% cut.
Yeah.
Selling one item, pushing it yourself. At first, for a small business, that's what really got us started. Mm-hmm. We got all of our clients from a local store, a boutique here. And it took 30% when I was working so hard on stuff. But
you have to start somewhere.
Yeah. Yes.
I put out had a Sawdust Junkies logo on the back of it. Hey, find us on Instagram. You can market your signs in such a way that even your card is attached to a sign in her store. She can't take apart your sign.
No.
She's already getting her cut. So she may tag us on everything on Instagram or give credit that way because it's her store. But every sign we went out, and there was no rules in her shop about if they contacted me through my shop or our Etsy or our Instagram, then that person became our sale. So then you get these clients just by having a little piece that, yes, you had to give a cut of away, but next week she can text you, hey, I love your sign that you made. I see on your Instagram that you also do stuff here. Could you make me this kitchen table? Well, then there's other money coming in that you don't have to give to the store. So if you just shop at stores that you could see your stuff in, have a relationship with that person, and take the cut at first because you're going to build a relationship with that client.
Yes. And that's exactly how I did it, because I would give them my price where I'm not making much, so then they can add tax on theirs. I had a headboard in their shop, a couple tables, so that's how I got it really out there. And by not pricing it so high, and they're like, whoa, we can't afford to buy only one from you. Well, think about if you just knock down the price a little bit, just to get started. And then once you build up your clientele, then you can go ahead and charge those prices that your item is worth and what you deserve to get that, make that commission. So I definitely think don't hold back and go take that risk to, go out there and meet people and, see where it goes. So
agree.
I also think why the signs in Florida are so successful is because there's no competition. There's no market for the farmhouse signs where the signs are. And I think that's huge. So don't go somewhere that you have so much competition. Go somewhere where there's no competition.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
You can find a spot like that. But if you are, like for us, we're in a very similar market, Nashville's farmhousey boutique items, which is the style people are going for. You're competing with a strip of 8 farmhouse stores, all boutique-y, all handmade. So we joked when we first started it that we were Nashville chic, that was our look. But it became known in that store, some of the finishes that we did. And so people would go in the store and pick out Sawdust chunky pieces. And I would get messages from a friend like, hey, I couldn't find your tag because maybe it was on the back, but that's your piece, right? So at least if you're going to compete with somebody else, you got to find like a little thing. And whether for us it's a paint technique or a glazing technique or something that you do, people have like a look.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
So if you can't be somewhere where you're going to be the only person selling your farmhouse signs, then you got to do something cool to make yours a little bit different.
Yes.
Or just better. If you're making signs, put a mic on it. Yours is going to look classier than the butt joint. Or,
right.
Little details that make your stuff just look a little crisper.
Yes. And it's funny because when you start out, you do, like, I've learned so much and, like, different techniques to stain or make it really look, weathered. So that is great because, when people start off, they don't really know how, they can do some of that stuff. But I think making your piece unique and different from other people is definitely a way to be seen and be like, oh, that girl's sign was so cute with the scroll saw flowers on the side. Well, I've never seen something like that. So, I'm going to remember that and then tell everyone that I know that's having a baby, oh my gosh, you should see those cute little signs with the name and the, whatever next to it. So, yeah, make it unique and fun and different. So,
have a style. If you're into style, and then people are going to recognize you by your style. And Sam is totally right on the price thing because if you're going to get to where you can charge the price that you want, but if you don't, make money at first. Make money to invest in another place that you can charge a little more. And what's great about selling at a store, too, is if your stuff fits that store, they're going to push it for you. And
sorry, my dog's not behaving.
They're going to sell stuff at a price point that you couldn't even ask for. When I first started out, I couldn't ask $1,000 or $1,200 for a table, but they can.
Yep. And that's totally true because those stores, also depending on where the store's location is, like the store that I was working with was in a town center and it has apartments and everything around there. So I would put my smaller pieces in there. I put my smaller tables and my smaller headboards. But definitely they can charge that at the beginning because they're a store. Yeah.
When you don't have base yet.
Yeah.
Oh, she was listing some stuff. We joked about this, but she was listing my nesting boxes, which, let's be real, my nesting boxes were boxes. That's all they were was a fancy box. But I did my burned, grinded paint finish on it and made it a little Sawdust chunky style, and she's selling those boxes for $400. If I tried to sell that for myself, people would be like, girl, you're nuts. That's a box. I'm not buying that box. But you put it in her store with her staging. All of a sudden, your piece is like a designer piece. She'll push it for y'all. Pay somebody else to push it at first while you build your brand.
Yes, exactly. And just like she said, the stores are staged super cute. So they can take your pieces and then you don't have to do the work of going out and taking the pictures professionally. You don't have to worry about that just at the beginning. Because those stores are great. They have like those cute moss balls or like any like cute candles, anything. Put it in there.
True.
And sell my boxes for $400.
Moss sells people. Forget it all. Buy moss. Go get moss.
Get moss. Definitely get moss. Put them in your boxes with some white candles. And they'll sell for like $600.
I'm telling you, if you put moss on it, you can charge $50 more.
Yeah, exactly. But it's true. You walk into that store and you feel a feeling and you're like, oh, like that's super cute. I can use that box for, my centerpiece on my dining room table that then I'm eventually going to buy from you because your sticker's on the bottom. And I know that maybe you can recreate that look of the box. So that paint finish or whatever. So yeah, go market yourself.
It works. And then if you're not in an area that I think has shops, another thing that worked for us starting out was go to the flea market, be the hustler, because
we sold out our first time.
We sold out. But who you met at the flea market is you have to think of who else there is shopping. The people that are shopping at flea markets, you don't get the best prices all the time because it's a flea market, but you meet people who are buying bulk inventory.
Designers or buyers for different stores.
Mm-hmm.
Buyers are shopping that, and a buyer might be like, oh, dang, those girls' stuff is pretty dang cute. I might want that in my store. And that store might be in Kentucky or states surrounding you. But then you can kind of get a wholesale arrangement, and wholesale's great too because it's money up front.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love the wholesale. I love it. Wholesale.
Yeah. And definitely, like with what you said with the designers too, you meet designers, maybe some interior designers, and they are picturing a table and they can't find it. Well, they're going to contact you, or, you know, they're picturing something particular that they want for that client's room. Well, then they're going to contact you and say, hey, can you make me this awesome, you know, end table? And I wanted to match the master bedroom or whatever. So definitely flea markets, boutiques, all of that is great to get started.
What else kind of helped us a little bit? I feel like it helped us a little bit is when we went to the flea market, I only brought so many cards, but I had a sign that said, follow us on Instagram or on Facebook at Sawdust Junkies. And we ran out of cards, but I said, hey, but you can follow us on the Instagram. And people were taking pictures of our sign. We got so many new followers from that. And I think it honestly helped us because they got to see other things that we didn't have with us. And they got to see what we were about, our personalities. And we got several orders from people that didn't even buy anything at the flea market. They just followed us at the flea market and talked to us and came up to us and just looked at our stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I really think make a sign that says follow us at, because people are visual and they're going to lose a card and it's probably not going to get you any business, but they will follow you on the social media and they will see what you do.
Yes. And that's a good point too, because also it's funny because I only do really one craft show. It's at my old school that I used to go to and work at. But when you like decorate your space and not just lay everything down, like you kind of add a little warm, cozy feeling to it. You don't just lay it on a table. When you add some pizzazz to your booth, people are more likely to run to your booth than any other booth that, you know, it's just on a white tablecloth. And make a sign that says follow me here, and maybe bring, you know, a poster board or something, make it cute, of some tables that you've recently sold or whatever, and put it out there so that people are like, oh yeah, you know what, I do need a kitchen table, because I have gotten a couple of clients from like craft fairs, and it's great. It's a great way to advertise.
You have to be the creepy like auto sales guy,
and
you have to be like, hey, my name is Lizzy, not here to bother you, but when I see you looking at my box over there, like, you have to be that person. You can't just sit back, and you have to sell yourself as much as you sell your pieces. I've even had a lady tell me before, if you just invest time in talking to people, this lady messaged me and she goes, I've always felt so weird about ordering a piece. I never felt comfortable having them to my home to look at my space, but it's been so nice to talk to you. That's what the shows are about, as much as sales, like talking to people so that they can message you later and know who they're talking to.
Mm-hmm.
So,
go ahead, finish.
Well, our business is different. Some people, they don't take custom orders. They just prepare all year for a craft show. Our business is kind of switched from, rather than prepare for shows, we don't do the shows anymore. Now we just do the custom orders. But I think it's a great starting point to after it and meet people.
I also think don't be afraid to be yourself and show your personality. I mean, our Instagram, like, what you see is what you get. We're a bunch of dummies. Like, we have fun. We laugh all the time. People are afraid to be themselves. Like, have fun with it.
Yeah.
You know?
Definitely have fun. Because then it doesn't make it fun. Yeah. Then you won't have fun doing it. Yes. Definitely go and have fun.
They do, and they'll be more apt to message you or whatever it is. Like, just be yourself. Don't try to be something you're not. You don't have to be HDTV. You don't have to be those everything white, everything. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So that's all it is.
Yes. And I think it's more personable, and people are more willing to talk to you when you really show who you are, and you're goofy and you're fun and you laugh. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Drew and Jeremy, what do you think?
Sure.
We get to talk.
It's the Sam and Sawdust Junkie show.
Tell us about yourselves. They're gonna be booty soon. It's gonna be the girls.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think everything you said is pretty spot on. I think the two biggest things I've always been told from really successful business people is don't be afraid to talk about your business. People that are afraid to talk about your business and sell yourself, even if it is just like in a casual conversation, nothing to do about your business, but here's a good example. Let me put it out this way: is me and one of my good friends, we lived in Virginia together. We moved away in 2014 and stayed in contact, but not really. We didn't hang out. We didn't see each other because he moved to like Boston and then Florida, and I moved around, and we finally are back living in the same place here in Charleston. And I was helping him move in just a couple months ago, not even that, maybe a couple weeks ago, and they were talking about getting some new furniture or whatever, and I was just like brought up in that casual conversation about building furniture, and he was like, "Oh, wait, you build furniture now?" I was like, "Yeah, I do a business woodworking. I do custom furniture and all this other stuff." And just bringing up those casual conversations and mentioning, it really opens up like, oh, hey, now I know somebody like that. It's the people that are afraid to go out and talk about it and say, hey, I have a business. This is what I do. This is what I bring to the table. And you're confident about it. Those are the people that miss out on sales because you're not marketing yourself. You can't expect other people to market you until you market yourself.
Yeah,
so,
I agree.
Definitely.
The other thing I had to add is Sam was saying, take pictures of, prior tables and things like that maybe you've made to these craft shows. Yes, pictures are great. It's a great way to get a bunch out there. I've also been told if you want to sell big items, but you don't have the means to stock those big items, look around your house. Chances are you've built something for yourself. Take that item to the craft show. As soon as you open the booth, put a sold sign on it.
Yeah, we did that.
I was just going to say, I did that too.
Because people show up and they're like, crap, I want that. Somebody else bought it. I want it. Because people want what they can't have.
Put a sold sign with the price that you were expecting.
Yep.
Because people were looking at me and they're like, oh, this church pew sold for this price. And I'm like, yes, they're one of our most popular pieces. That's why that one sold so quickly. But people are crazy and they all want to be on that train. So sold sticker, but also put the price on it to sell. Kind of look at that like, dang, they sold 2 of these at what price? I guess.
Because it puts that value in it. It tells people, oh, hey, then that table is worth that $1,600.
Yeah.
And that at first I was like, well, that's kind of shady. But it's not. You sold it to?
No.
When you built it, did you sell it to yourself? Yes. You put the time and effort into it. Just because you didn't pay the monetary profit behind it, and you can't expect it. Oh, hey, I'm going to build all these tables. I'm going to take them to craft shows. It just doesn't work like that. There's some people that can do it, and there's some people that just don't have the means to do it. But by taking a piece and you're showing it off, hey, I can do this. It sells. People want it. That's going to generate those custom orders, and offer it right then and there. If you're going to do a craft show, offer it right then and there. You want to do a custom order? I'll put 10% down, put $50 down, put $100 down. Then we'll start moving. It is leaps and bounds. The people that put money down are the ones that almost
Are
always
truly
go.
serious.
Yes, they're the ones that almost always go through with the sell. The people that are like, oh yeah, I want to do a custom sell. I'll contact you. Those are the ones that almost never do the sell. Even if it's $5, it's something that has to do with putting your monetary, just putting money down. They're like, oh, I put $5 down. I don't want to lose that $5.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And definitely I work with a system. My mom is like the super organized one, and I'm the one that just kind of shows up like, hey, okay, I'm ready. Let's do it. So she brings everything when we go to shows or whatnot. It's really only one, but custom orders, like sheets. We're ready there. We're done. We have the number, like the invoice number on there. We're ready to go. And they sign it. Boom, you're done. And then you contact them after the show and say, looking forward to building your item, blah, blah, blah. I ask for 50% up front so I can buy all the materials I need. And then you get 50 at delivery. You pay the rest. But definitely keep some, if you do custom order slips, keep some handy because it's a good way to get them in. You're ready. You have it right there, and you can fill it out right then and there. So
Makes you look professional too.
yes, they do. They need to because
people feel more secure giving someone money because they are confident in it. When he feels that it's like, because at first I didn't know the method. I didn't know how it worked. If you go to the store, something you're taking that home with you. Well, I never worked in this world where people gave you a deposit to buy something that you hadn't created yet.
Mm-hmm.
So at first I'm like, how do I do this? But people are way more at ease if they're paying for something. It's like a trust between you guys. They pay you a little bit. They owe you a little bit. So, and also at those shows, our mistake the first time is we didn't market ourselves as we do custom. So people were almost shopping and they're like, oh, well, it's looking a little empty now because we were sold out. But market yourself as custom. Put a little sign that says, see what you like, order custom. See what you like, customize it to your own.
And like, again, like showing personality, our custom sign says, we got dogs to feed. Order your custom piece today.
Order your custom piece. We do
So
custom.
put your personality in everything you do.
yes.
Yeah.
People remember it.
And when you get those good clients, definitely keep them, up there on your list of, really good clients. Like definitely keep reaching out to them, I always send them how's like the piece working for you, whatnot, like a follow-up, because my very first client, amazing. They bought 3 or 4 things from me and now they just ordered 6 more things. So when you get that right client and you get, definitely send them. Yeah, don't let them slip. And, you have more clients now. So you know what? I'm not going to really pay attention to them. I got their stuff done. But they are like the best because then I've gotten other referrals from them. So definitely, always reach back out to your clients with a follow-up.
Yeah.
So
I would say, at least how I've operated on custom pieces is I offer, and to kind of entice that and show that I believe in the product I sell, is I offer a limited lifetime warranty. I give them instructions on how to clean it. I tell them what product exactly to clean it with. If you clean it with something else, it will void the warranty. If you clean it with this, if the wood, if it starts cracking, if something happens, depending, there's that. If there's a manufacturer defect, doesn't matter, 5 years, 2 years, I will come back and fix it. And I've never been called, well, I say never, I've only been called one time in the last 5 years to come back and fix a piece. And I dropped everything I did that week to work at the client's schedule to show up and fix that piece on site, so that they didn't have to do without, so I didn't have to take it away from them, and to let them know they were still priority because they paid for that piece. Mm-hmm. And it was simply going in. I had to add a few more fasteners. I was there maybe an hour. I was gone, and the customer's been happy, and it's been great since. In fact, she's ordered, I think I've done built-ins for, I've done 2 dining room tables. I've done, in fact, I think I did 4 built-ins for her. So keeping those clients happy after they've paid is definitely pretty high up there, especially if you want them to be repeat clients. And keep in touch with them. Definitely after they've built the piece like you did, like you said, Sam, but keep them in touch with them like during that process. You know, like, hey, I'm buying materials, right? So like I tell them up front, like, hey, most of the time your piece is not at the top of the line. Like, it is usually you're 2 or 3 pieces back. So I tell them, all right, there's a 3-week waiting period before I'll start. Then I'll let them know I'm buying your materials. I'm getting ready to start. And
I'll send progress pics.
Yes. And the biggest mistake I see that people do is like, if you get behind and you underestimate your time frame, you're like, hey, I'm going to start in 3 weeks, and it's 6 weeks before you start, but they've expected you to start 3 weeks ago. You need to contact them, let them know, stay in contact. And I'm going through this right now with a buddy of mine. He asked me, his girlfriend ordered some custom pieces, put a bunch of money down, and has never heard back. They agreed on design, they agreed on finish, everything, and has never heard back from this guy. And he contacted me to see if I can ask around and figure out if it's a legit business or not. And this guy simply's got a Facebook page. He's got a lot of work posted on his Facebook page, but he's only got a Facebook page. He has no website. He has no business email listed on there, nothing like that. And so, like, I try to reach out to him. He hasn't contacted me back personally, and she still hasn't heard anything. So, I understand, like, life gets in the way, but your customers will understand. Just let them know, like, hey, something happened. Yeah. I can't get started right away. And
always give yourself more time. If it's really going to take a month, tell them like a month and a half ish. Just give yourself some leeway, because I always do that. Yeah. Don't
and you'll work yourself into like a stressed out mess if you tell somebody, oh yeah, that should take me. Typically things might take you a week, but not typical things happen. So you got to give yourself extra time, because they're going to be so surprised when you text them like, hey, schedule got moved up, I'm starting on your piece today. They're going to be today.
Yeah. And it's a custom piece, so you're building it. So, if it takes a little longer, they're paying for a custom piece. So, yeah.
I've even
typically that's what happens.
I've even had some more of my repeat customers. I invite them over to the shop to actually see it in progress sometimes. Like, hey, look, I got your tabletop complete. Like, I'm getting ready to start on the base. If you want to stop by sometime today or tomorrow, I'll be working on it. And, more than happy to kind of show you the progress of it, and we can talk about it. Or if they have a question about design, I try to get them in the shop and show them, like, hey, this is the design you want. This is why it's not going to work or not look good. Or, oh, hey, that's a great idea. Let's see if we can go ahead and incorporate that into the piece. And by letting them there physically in my shop, looking at it, getting an idea, they get more ownership over it. They're like, oh, this is actually mine. Like, I have a say in the end process. I think that's the biggest key. Really is like, once you have that clientele, communication and staying in touch is paramount. You will lose that clientele right away if you don't.
Yeah.
Yes. Drew?
A lot of our sales are from Instagram, and I get told all the time, typically when somebody orders something from you, they're like, post it on your stories. We can't wait to see it. I love your progress stories. So just staying involved with them and communicating with them, if you have the platform to do so. I mean, some people it's coming by the shop. A lot of people, if it's out of state, they can't come by, but they love seeing pictures of it. They might even want to add a little touch. I've had people want to add touches, and then they end up paying you more for the things they want to add because they saw the process of how it all worked. So any progress that you can show somebody on a custom piece, they totally start to get excited.
Yeah, they love it.
And they see the work that's going into it. If you're doing step by step, they're like, dang, okay, that took her a minute. Okay, dang, now she's cutting all that. Oh, crap, now she's got to paint that? Okay.
Then it shows the work.
Then they're like, woo, okay, I could have never done that myself. I'm glad I'm paying her $200. That's how it goes. If they see that, they see what you're putting into it. So
Yes.
I love progress pictures.
Me too. They're my favorite to send. So,
Yep.
Drew, you have anything to add?
Well, mainly this was for my benefit, but keep in mind, I mean, whenever I first started, I was doing all the craft shows. However, when I did the craft shows, I was making just bulk after bulk after bulk of product to take, and I was, taking up a huge booth because I had so much inventory. Mm-hmm. But because I was making all of that, taking custom orders was almost out of the question. So I kind of left that by the wayside, and it made the craft shows not fun because I was having to make the same crap over and over and over again. Yeah. So I started doing the custom orders, and I was making furniture, and I was making cabinetry. I went ahead as far as a pipe organ console, and at that time I was in a really good position to make that stuff because I was working part-time and then doing the woodworking on the side after that. But when I changed jobs to the job that I'm in now, a lot of things changed, and it even affected my YouTube channel. And that was another thing, is when I started doing YouTube, I was cranking out video after video after video each and every week. And it didn't allot a lot of time to do custom orders for people, because most of the time when you're doing custom work, it's, the word of mouth. They say, okay, yeah, this dining table's nice. I want one just like it. Well, I can't make a video on the same freaking dining table that I just made, last week. So that was one of the things that was kind of troubling me on how I was to grow my YouTube channel, because I knew I couldn't do it making the same crap over and over again. So now that I'm in a different position than what I was when I started my channel 6 years ago, I know that I'm probably going to have to start going in a different direction in keeping the videos, but probably not as frequent as I was, because cranking them out week after week that's very, very time consuming, because it triples the amount of time that it takes to make something. Yeah. So if I think I need to start taking more custom work in order to make this a viable business, while still trying to keep up with YouTube, just in a different fashion. And like you guys were saying, showing them progress, a complete YouTube video on the entire build process of that particular project would be probably the beans for somebody to have, because not only would they be able to see it themselves, but it's easy to share. Mm-hmm. Because it's out on the web. That's not something they got to carry with them. It's not something that they have to pull up on their phone out of their own hard drive. It's something they can just give a link and say, check this out. He built this from scratch. This is how he did it. You guys probably should check him out for some of your custom work. Yeah. And even if it's the same project that I did on the video, that's fine. I don't have to video that project specifically for YouTube. That just means that maybe my YouTube video might take a back seat for that particular project.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just have a feeling that I'm going to have to start taking a different route, because just doing YouTube videos alone, it's making me money, nowhere near what I need to supplement the income that I'm doing now with my supervisory position. Even with the plan sales and apparel sales, it's not there. It's not close. So in order to do the hobby that I love to want to do as a business, which my YouTube is the business, but still, because it's not making me the money I want, it is kind of a hobby. It's making hobby money, and I don't want it to be hobby money. Yeah. So I think I'm going to have to go in a different direction. So that's probably what I'm going to have to start doing is marketing more custom orders.
And to piggyback off of the custom orders, I think custom orders kind of keep you sane too. It's not the same monotony, like the same bulk item over and over and over. It makes it fun when you're doing totally different or similar but different,
And how you're embracing the change, because every business changes, and you can also go into the complete opposite direction, where all you're doing is accepting any and every item that's going to make you money. Yeah. But if it's not a path that you want your business to head in, some sales you just shouldn't take, because it might lead you into this just really weird direction. Like, why am I making this? Well, you're making it because they paid you a couple $100, but is that what you want your business to be? So even for us, our change has been a little different than yours, but I did find the same thing. When we were doing craft shows and flea markets, we couldn't accept custom orders because we were making inventory. So that wasn't really our route. I like the creativity of custom orders. Well, so recently the custom orders, they've kind of turned into the monotony thing too. Mm-hmm. So for me, I can't crank out logo after logo after logo and still feel like I'm increasing my skill, and Sawdust Junkies is going to grow into what I envision it by just cranking out the same thing. It turned into also what the craft show was kind of being, where I'm just making a bulk item over and over. So when you get a goal for your business, you don't have to take every single sale. You don't have to take every single thing that makes you money. Have a goal for you and stick to what you want your business to be, because once you get there, the payoff is going to happen. So for me, I've even lessened on the custom orders. Fill a slot, be exclusive. People like exclusive. I'm going to have 4 slots a month for a logo, and then be creative with inventory that I want to fill. So because people still want to buy a Sawdust Junkies pew or a Sawdust Junkies nesting box or a piece like that, but I don't have time to make them if I'm just a factory for logos. Yeah. So you have to figure out your order happiness, and everyone is going to have a different goal. Some people might just want to market those craft shows and be inventory and not take custom, but
yeah, it's cool too. Whatever
cool.
You feel you.
But I think you can always adjust your business to what you want it to be. Have certain slots. If you're in our position where you want to have a shop and do custom, I want to have a signature Sawdust Junkies line, so I can only take a certain number of custom orders, but when you make them exclusive like that, your slots fill up, and you can guarantee on this amount of money from my custom each month, and then I get to be creative with other things. So that's made the full-time work for me, is I've accepted a number of orders to give me a base income, and then the rest I can, cushion on top of that. But it changes.
Well, and you can probably put those kind of orders on, say, a waiting list.
Yeah.
And schedule yourself, say, 1 week out of the month to crank out those orders. And if you get caught up, great. If you don't, wait till the next 4 weeks.
Yeah.
But as long as the customers know that you're on a waiting list, and I will get it done, say, this week because I have this many orders in front of you. If they're willing to wait, they're willing to wait. If not, they can go somewhere else.
But scheduling is super important. If you're gonna make money and make money well, you have to be able to plan when you're gonna fit things in. And so a schedule is just as important as accepting 10 orders. You have to be able to give that person a time frame when it's going to be done. So I think people who work off a schedule, I do so much better if I can look at a list and say, okay, I'm going to get this done, and this done this week. I don't stress about the other orders. I don't stress about something else. It's like the little steps that get you to the paycheck. And if you just know that that's what you have to do that week, my garage has been running a lot smoother ever since I put things on a calendar. It's crazy what it does, but if you can see it,
I know.
And your sanity, accept the orders you can do in the time frame they're going to get done. Leave yourself some room for some creativity. Know if you want your business to be a custom shop or a craft show type thing where you build inventory, and then allot yourself time to do all that stuff.
And to have a life.
Yeah. And you still need a life. Exactly.
Yeah.
Sam Ramondi is probably at home going to be listening to this going, finally, somebody gets it.
Yeah.
I have a full-time job, and there's some days when I'm painting at 1:00 in the morning, and I'm like, something's got to give, You've got to have balance, especially when you're working full-time and then trying to do something, pursue something full-time as well. It gets...
Yeah, it gets crazy,
I know.
And you have to remember
that's where I'm at right
yourself.
now.
Yep, me too. But we also want to thank our kickback. We got some great kickback this week, and I'm apologizing ahead of time if I don't say it properly. But All Wheelin' said, great show, guys. Love listening when I'm woodworking. And Bear Creek Woodworking said, I've been listening to your podcast on my phone for about 6 months. I just realized that you were also on YouTube, which will be a nice option from only listening to your podcast while working in my shop. You may want to mention during your podcast that your listeners can also watch your podcast on YouTube. Keep up the great show and have a great day. Thanks, guys. And you can watch us on YouTube. So go watch us on YouTube. And you can see our faces.
There
Don't
you
do
go.
that.
And that's
You should rethink that, guys.
We would have dressed up. We thought this was audio only.
I'm like, they won't see us. I'm staying in my PJs.
It's okay. I'm in I'm in PJs too. So
Yeah.
you're
exactly.
good.
Until
I don't know
that
what
short-
y'all are doing. I fix my hair and everything.
You guys could possibly not be wearing any pants. Like, we're not for sure on that.
I got pants on.
We only
I mean, we know
see
Sam is because she got up and ran away, but
Yeah.
You
But
guys
it's
just all
so
in their
funny.
underwear.
We had
Socks and underwear.
Yep.
we had Sadie Mae on a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And her husband was
Her
like,
idol.
"Oh, let me just show you." He was like standing outside his window or outside the window, and he was standing like this, like all like
Who was?
like-
Wait, what?
and he was naked. He was naked.
Who was?
naked?
Sadie Mae, awesome orange.
Yes.
Who was naked?
Her husband.
Oh, that's so awesome. She seriously.
Dude,
I
he was
I
like-
know that I put this into the world like a lot, but I want her to adopt me. She was one of the first people that I followed when I started. I'm 25 years old and I've never had social media. I don't have
She rubs that in that she's only 25.
well, yeah, she's old. Just joking. But I don't have Facebook. I didn't use a personal Instagram, 0 posts, like nothing. And one of the first people I followed on Instagram was Sadie because I'm like, damn, she's so cute in her overalls. I love her. She makes some awesome stuff. And the day that
All she talked about.
the day that she followed me, I was like, Ashley, Sadie followed me. And then she ordered a sign. And then I thought about retiring because I don't think it's a career peak, you know?
Yeah,
Sawdust
she
Junkies
texted
all
me.
here.
We've made it. We've made it. Awesome Orange has followed that.
Yeah. I was like, well, I gotta retire. Everything she does is just like it turns to gold.
And
That
those
woman,
drawer pulls. All she talks about was those drawer pulls.
she can
I
build,
know, she's
she
great.
can build anything. So when her name comes up, she's just awesome with an awesome personality on top of it. And that goes to good business again. I guarantee people buy from Sadie because of her personality.
Yes. For
Plus
sure.
her skills. But
Lizzie probably saw that order come across her screen and go, "Oh crap! I gotta get started."
I sat there and I was like, okay, I gotta go to the garage right now. I gotta start making this sign. I'll be back. Like, that's all I'm gonna do. And she got it and she's like, that's so fast. And it was wrapped so good. I'm like, anything for you. And when she asked me price, I'm like, free.
I'll pay you.
I'll pay you.
You were starstruck.
I was. It was my Taylor Swift moment.
I know.
was like,
I want her to be like, send her a headshot with like, Vanna White signature.
I don't know.
Sign.
She's like, I'll get a picture of it in my house. I'm like, okay, that sounds great. Which she did pay for it. She did pay for it. Let me make it for her for free. But I think we've all had one of those moments. Just somebody we really.
Oh yeah.
Oh, good grief! When my brother gets starstruck, they'll talk to him. He's like, "So how you doing?" He goes,
That is so funny. That's awesome.
So funny.
all right. Well, let's get into some product recommendations.
Alrighty.
Drew, you want to go first on this one?
"Sure." I just put it in because it didn't take the first time. But I am going to recommend the Rockler Mixer Mate. I've actually been using that a lot for the painting of my walls. It's basically just a drop-in unit that goes into either a gallon or a quart-size paint can, has a turbine down at the very bottom and a handle at the top that just allows you to mix up your paint very thoroughly, and it will attach to the can itself and allow it not to leak paint. And then you can pour it nice and clean out of the can without causing a problem with resealing of the lid. But you can also keep the Mixer Mate actually on the can for as long as you want until the paint's gone. If you wanted to buy numerous ones and just put them all in your paint cans to keep them nice and sealed. But it's a really great product to have for, especially if you're painting a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, how much do they run? Do you know?
Not right offhand because I bought it a long time ago.
Back a couple bucks.
Yeah.
It's like more than I got in my wallet right now.
Yeah.
I think they're probably around 25, maybe, if I had to guess, because I'm trying to remember if I think the gallons are around 25, maybe the quarts are 20.
Okay. All right.
Nice.
Well, Sam, what do you want to recommend?
I'm just going to recommend a plain ruler. Get yourself a nice steel ruler. I have like a million tape measures. I have all of that. But, when you just need that quick little measurement, the lines are really big to see. I got a nice thin steel ruler, which will move on your wood. So you can use some double-sided tape and put some sandpaper on the other side, and it won't move, and it works. So I'm going to recommend go get yourself a steel plain ruler and put some sandpaper on the back.
Or you can buy the ones that come with the cork on the back already.
Oh, yeah, but sandpaper is way cooler because the cork still slides. Yeah. Sandpaper grips it.
I'm going to piggyback on your recommendation. If you're going to go buy the steel ruler, buy 5 or 6 of them. Don't just buy one.
Yeah, we have like a ton. Yeah. We have small ones. Them. We have,
Well, not just that, but when you want to use it, when you want to use it, and then it's across the shop, and you have another one, you want the same ruler because the measurements will roughly be the same.
Yeah.
If you're using 2 different brand rulers, the measurements are slightly going to be off. So where you may think you're marking at 1/8 inch on this ruler, that next ruler might be a 32nd under or 32nd over.
Yeah, because my grandpa and I both have wooden rulers, and I bought mine obviously like way after he bought his, and they're off. So whenever we start a project, we always use that same ruler. We don't switch. So if we start it with mine, we keep mine. And
that's one reason why I buy multiple tape measures of the same brand, because they're all manufactured the same way.
Yeah. So
in fact, when I moved to the tape measures, I got rid of every one, and I got rid of all of them and bought all fast cap tape measures. I like them; those are the best that I've enjoyed. And I think I have one Stanley still, but I threw it in the truck. But no, I have 2. I have 2 Stanleys. I put one in the truck and then one in my wife's car. So when I'm at like going to Home Depot or the lumber store, I have like a quick tape measure right there that will give me rough measurements. But
I have a tape measure keychain.
I do too.
Ooh, aren't you so special?
I am so special.
Like 36 inches.
Fast.
No, 72. 72.
Fast definitely needs to make a tape measure keychain. They need to make one of their lefty-righties. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to contact Paul tomorrow about that.
Yeah, I was actually trying to do some work on the flooring, and I grabbed a tape measure, and it wasn't one of my lefty-righties, and I looked at it, and I was looking at the lines, and I was like, oh, frick, I need another tape measure. I went and got my lefty-righty. I couldn't stand it.
Yep. All right, well, what about you, Ashley? What's something you want to recommend?
Well, Lizzy got this rigid orbital sander, like, what was it, Christmas last year?
Yeah.
I love that thing so much that I just bought my own. I love that thing.
She was using like
just a palm sander.
Like I think the Ryobi
palm sander.
I think for craft projects or for anybody who's going to be making signs like Ashley does, you have to have an orbital sander.
Oh my gosh. It's like night and day. It's night and day. And it's lightweight. I love it. Love it. I wish I would have bought it.
Is it the battery operated one?
No,
it's corded?
The cord. I only have like one battery that I go on the drills and the screw gun and everything. So it's just easier for me to have plug-in with extension cord. Because my luck, it'll be dead. I don't charge the batteries.
No, I totally know. I thought it was cool to go get all 40-volt lawn equipment, and this week has been the first week I've pre-planned and put batteries on the charger. Every other week, I'm like putting a battery on the charger for 10 minutes while I'm trying to like mow for 10 minutes, then to switch out. And my wife's like, "Why did it take you 3.5 hours to mow the entire yard?"
Shut up, woman.
And I'm like, well, I was like, the yard was really thick. It was not that I have 3 batteries and they were all dead.
That's how we are though. Like on Saturdays, because we work from like in the morning till like 11 o'clock, and it goes dark. And she's like, "Go get another battery." The light is battery operated. And it's flashing, and we're like trying to take things out.
3 batteries, and I mean, I think people think I'm sponsored by Richter or something, but really I bought them because they were in a good price point and they're really good for some crafty stuff like we do. I'm not hustling out some giant tables here. So
We take a rigid sponsor.
I mean, they were like, it works. They work great.
we take it
For yourself.
We take any
Think for
sponsorship.
yourself. She's desperate. She's
I'm
trying to quit
desperate.
that job. She's trying to go full time with me. So I have 3 batteries, and they are running like my nail gun, my drills, my light. And so by the time the end of the day gets there, it's like they'll have all been charged, but that also means they all run out at the exact
Same time.
And I'm like, can you really ever have enough batteries? I don't think you can ever have enough charged batteries.
No.
Nope.
Ever.
I've got that Ryobi supercharger, and it's just loaded with
Yes.
batteries.
Yes. Like batteries on deck.
Yeah.
My suggestion is blue tape. You
Blue-
can
Oh,
never
yeah, blue
have
Oh,
enough
so
blue
cute.
tape.
yeah. No,
And
you
I'm in
can't.
a very serious relationship. We're pretty close because you can never run out of reasons to use blue tape. It works for everything. Hair ties.
Yes, it does. It does work for everything. I cut my finger, wrapped it up the other day.
I
with blue
seriously, I
tape.
will tape my finger and I'm like,
She
"Ooh."
took a chunk out of her finger once
Oh, be
and
quiet.
put blue tape on it.
It worked. It healed up so nice.
Yeah.
So I wrapped it in blue tape.
After the infection.
No, I think something about the glue on there just really kept it clean. I don't know. It worked out perfect.
That's so funny.
I don't even have a scar from it. And blue tape works for what I do. If you are, like on my scroll signs, you can lay blue tape on your piece of wood and then spray adhesive your template. So then when you're peeling the blue tape off, all your sticky paper is stuck to your blue tape and your blue tape just peels off nicely. If I'm making a shiplap sign, I'll slap some blue tape on there. You don't have any tear out for that. Put it in the
My
paper.
shiplap sign. I can't
Yes.
wait.
Yes. And then if you, she's already excited. And then you can put blue tape on there. You don't get tear out if you're ripping down your plywood.
Yeah.
That if we're painting a sign and we're using, because we don't have a Cricut, so we may put like paper down for a transfer. You can blue tape that on there. Keep that in place. Blue tape. I'll blue tape something if
It's
I'm
amazing.
cutting a router circle and I want to keep my circle down to my little backer board. I just use blue tape. It stays in place enough for the router, so I use blue tape for that.
Tape my mouth shut.
You know, keep her quiet when I'm sick of listening to her. It's
Shut
not
up.
funny. Use it for
Yeah,
everything.
blue tape. I had a blue tape stuck to the back of my shirt for like, seriously, maybe more than half the day. And the kids were at the grocery store and they go, you got blue tape, like a bunch of little pieces, because I was taping something. So I had like 7 or 8 like blue
All
tape.
the-
Yeah, all over. They were like, do you want us to take them off? I was like, I don't have anything on my back. And then I turned and looked and I was like, oh yeah, I've been walking around with blue tape all over my back. Okay, kids, you were right.
Yeah, all the time. Nobody questions me anymore when I walk into Home Depot, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah. Well, I got hustled at Home Depot, but that's another story. But don't forget to enter our cutting board challenge. It's going until the end of August. And our prize packs are amazing. If you follow us on Instagram, you can see we're going to be leaking some prize packs here and there. But definitely go and enter the challenge.
And our cutting boards that we are making are going to be part of some of those prizes. So
Yeah.
and
And mine
you
are
guys
already
wanna-
made. So.
yeah, Sam's already on the ball, but Jeremy
Yeah.
and I still gotta we still gotta get on the ball.
Yeah. Well, by the time you're hearing this, hopefully all the bamboo I ordered will be here.
More excuses. It's not here yet, so that's
All right,
why
Miss
I've
Sticker.
started.
You ain't got any room to talk.
I know, seriously.
I'm pretty sure on like Tuesday, I was like, Sam, I still haven't got my sticker. She was like, oh,
they're in the mail.
No,
They're in the mail.
no.
They're coming.
Yes. You told me, you're like, oh yeah, they were still in my bag, but I put them in the mail. I was like, cool. You included the extras for the sticker packs, right? She was like, yeah. And
Yeah,
here I
sure.
am, like every day. I'm like, I was like,
It's coming.
Me and the
Today's
wife
the
are.
day.
I
The
was like, me and
stickers
the
are
wife are off this weekend, so we can get out all the stickers out this weekend, so I can start fresh on Monday. Come Friday, nothing in the mailbox.
All right, I get it. I'm a slacker. You'll get them.
When
This
you least expect it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They're just going to show up. Exactly. We also would love to remind you to listen to the show on iTunes, and please give us a 5-star rating. It really helps us reach greater audience. Jason Tastert.
Nailed it.
Test.
Thanks, guys.
Test
it. Sorry, buddy, but I'm really bad at reading.
Sounds like us.
Yeah. One of my top podcasts. Great listening during commute. Thanks, Jason.
Well, now it's not going to be one of his top podcasts.
I know. I'm sorry because I ruined it. Continue to listen. I'm really sorry. I'm really bad at reading. If you listen to all of my shows I've been on, really I haven't been on here that long, but Drew always laughs at me because I can't read. I pause and I say things wrong. So
If you hung out with my family, you would laugh too. That's one reason why I can laugh at you, because I live it.
Yeah, and my dad is the king of joking. He's crazy. So I laugh at myself often.
This has been a great episode. Lots of laughs from everyone. I missed the last podcast with Jen, so I was kind of jonesing for some podcasting tonight. So I really want to thank Lizzy and Ashley for joining us. It's been very eye-opening for me to kind of learn some of your little trade secrets, as well as Sam's and Jeremy, for that matter. Don't want to leave you out.
It's okay.
Yeah, but it seems like the girls ran the show for the most part. So thanks for taking some of the pressure off Jeremy and myself.
Girl power.
That's anytime you get girls in a room together and you ask us a question, you like.
It will take 3 to 4 hours to finish that question.
I did like your opening though. It's like, so how would you address this question? You're like, I don't know.
I don't know why people pay me still. I can't figure it out. So if you figure out my secret, you let me know, because I'm still wondering why. Because things happen, and how did I get here? That's cool.
And it's crazy that you all want to talk to us. Like,
that's even cooler.
What?
So fun.
Well, before we close out this episode, I did want to give a big thanks to Derik Ledesma for the Make Yourself shirts, which is the support your woodworker. I actually got mine in the mail.
Yes.
Support your local woodworker. Got mine in the mail today. He even put my big old boom on the back, so I appreciate that. So Ashley and Lizzy, since this is the first time probably some of the listeners have heard of you ladies, so if they are wishing to get in contact with you, how would they go about doing so?
Call me, beep me if you want to reach me.
Oh, wow.
That is a 25-year-old response.
I love it.
Hang on. What is beep?
She never had a beeper.
Does she know what a beeper is?
In real life. Totally. We're on Facebook. That's kind of Ashley's little baby. Instagram is both of our babies, maybe more so my baby a little bit. I have a little more time for it. So message us on there. You're going to be catching one of us.
Yeah, I sign A, so you know who you're talking to. Lizzy, she does it. I sign my initial. Lizzy doesn't generally, because she's on there more than I am.
Yeah.
But I try.
But Sawdust Junkies, that's all it is. Sawdust, and Junkies is Junkies. So you can find us on there.
Yeah, one word, Sawdust Junkies on Instagram, and then on Facebook it's Sawdust space Junkies.
Nice.
And what's the email address for you ladies?
Our email address is sawdustjunkies@yahoo.com.
Yahoo!
But you can catch us more on Instagram's probably the best.
Yeah, I would
best
say-
bet. And we're on Etsy too, but there's not a lot on the Etsy page.
Yeah.
Something's got to take a fall on its Etsy. No offense, Etsy.
Something's got to give.
Something's got to give.
No offense, Etsy.
Our poor little Bobo Etsy, but we're definitely super active on Instagram, so come hang out with us there.
Very cool. All right, Jeremy, how can people reach you?
You can pretty much just find me at my website, countrysideworkshop.com. If you want to pick me up on social media, you can get me on Facebook or Instagram under Countryside Workshop. Just like Sawdust Junkies, Instagram is going to be probably the quickest way to get a hold of me outside of email.
And Sam?
Same with me. You can find me at samryandesigns.com. On there, I have links to my social media, but I'm mainly on Instagram. It's samryan_designs.
Yeah, doing her little Snapchat videos on her timeline.
I love
Yep. And my grandpa, I have a lot coming up with him. He makes me laugh so hard, so he's hilarious.
He's smarter than you.
Well, same goes.
For you.
Same goes for myself. I am at rhwoodshop.com. You can find all my contact section stuff there, as well as a form that you can fill out to send me any kind of feedback for not only myself, but the show as well. Links to social media can also be found on my homepage. But if you would like to get in contact with the podcast, you can send us an email through kickback@woodshop101podcast.com, or you can leave us a voicemail through the phone number of 409-234-3959. If you want to give us any feedback or constructive criticism, anything that you want to offer, we would love to play that on air and and we will give you our feedback as well after we take a listen. So we want to thank Sawdust Junkies for joining us once more and making this podcast a very enjoyable one for myself, since I missed the last one. So Lizzy and Ashley, I don't know if you've listened to this show very often. This is Sam's favorite part, but we always do a sign off at the end of the episode. So if you've seen my show as well as Woodshop 101, we always give a great big boom at the end.
I'm the worst at it, so that's why it's my favorite. Let's do it. Maybe I won't be the worst tonight.
Be quiet. We're coming for you.
I know. Maybe I'm always the worst. I'm always like, yeah.
So you got to give me some energies. Don't be afraid.
Yeah, go all out. Do it.
From Lizzy, Ashley, Sam, Jeremy, and myself, we want to wish you guys well. No, wait, no, you can't interrupt.
I know what you're gonna do. You're gonna tell us to yell boom, and you guys are all gonna be like, "Is that?"
No, we're not. I'm being serious. I'm like the worst at it.
That's what you should do to new people. It's like pulling the chair out while they're about to sit down.
Or like when you're in the car, and people are listening to the radio, and you just like,
You ladies have some trust issues. Y'all need to work through this. Okay, so from Lizzy, Ashley, Sam, Jeremy, and myself, we want to wish you guys well. Please be safe in your shops, and we will talk to you on the next podcast episode on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Boom!